Dear students, welcome back to JCE Connect, Department of Chemistry, subject Engineering Chemistry. We are discussing the fifth module, Instrumental Method of Analysis and Nanomaterials. In the last class, we had discussed about synthesis of nanomaterials by chemical vapor deposition method and properties and applications of nanoscale material, that is fullerenes. In today's class, we will discuss the remaining two nanoscale materials, that is graphene and carbon nanotubes. So first we shall begin with the graphenes. Graphene is a two-dimensional crystalline allotrope of carbon consisting of a single layer of carbon atoms arranged in a hexagonal lattice in which one atom forms each vertex or apex. Look at the figure 1 and 2. This is the image of graphene. Graphene is nothing but a two-dimensional sheet of carbon atoms, that is called as graphene. Generally, graphene is the basic structural element of all other allotropes including graphite, charcoal, carbon nanotubes and fullerenes. Look at the image 3. The first diagram or the first figure of the image 3, it is arrangement of carbon atoms in diamond, and the second one is arrangement of the carbon atoms in graphite. It is stacking layer of graphenes is called as graphite. Similarly, in the last class we have discussed fullerenes. It is also nothing but an allotrope of carbon, but the arrangement is in caged like structure. Similarly, as I have said, graphene, a sheet of carbon atoms. If you fold this sheet, it becomes carbon nanotubes. So that is why we are calling graphene is the basic structural element of other allotropes including graphite, charcoal, carbon nanotubes and fullerenes. Right? So let us discuss about the structural arrangement of carbon atoms in the graphene. Each atom has 4 bonds, one sigma bond with each of its 3 neighboring carbon atoms and one pi bond that is oriented out of the plane. The atoms are about 1.42 angstrom units apart. It means each carbon atom, you know the valency of carbon atom, it is 4, hence it can able to form 4 bonds. So in case of graphene, each carbon atom forms 4 bonds, out of which 3 sigma bonds and 1 is pi bond. Each carbon atom is connected with the other 3 carbon atoms with the sigma bond and 1 pi bond. The pi bond is out of the plane, whereas the sigma bond is in the plane. The graphene's stability is due to its tightly packed carbon atoms and sp2 orbital hybridization. That is a combination of orbitals s, px and py that constitute the sigma bond. The final pz electron makes up the pi bond. So this is about the arrangement of carbon atoms to give a structure like graphenes. So with this introduction, let us discuss about the properties and application of graphene material. So the properties of graphene are as follows. Graphene has excellent electronic conductivity because its conduction and valence bands meet at Dirac points. Dirac points are the transition between the valence band and the conduction band. In simple words, it can be understood as zero gap semiconductor. This property says that it is having excellent electronic conductivity. Because of this property of the graphene, it finds extensive applications in the field of electronics. We'll discuss while discussing its applications. The applications in electronic field is due to because of its this property. The second property of graphene is graphene has unique optical properties, produces an unexpectedly high opacity for an atomic monolayer in vacuum. It means it reduces the transparency or it becomes opaque for an atomic monolayer in vacuum. This is also one of the property of graphene. The third property is graphene possesses high thermal stability, that is, it melts at nearly about 4125 Kelvin. Graphene melts into an agglomeration of loosely coupled double bonded chains before becoming a gas. See the temperature of its melting point, it's around 4000 Kelvin, much higher than that of our iron metal. Iron metal melts around 2700 to 2800 degrees centigrade, whereas graphene possesses a high thermal stability, it melts around 4000 Kelvin. The fifth property is graphene is the strongest material ever tested with an intrinsic tensile strength of 130.5 GPa. It means it possesses highest tensile strength of all the materials that we are using in our day-to-day life. It is the having highest tensile strength. Because of this reason only, it finds application in the field of militaries. It acts as a armor. It is also used in the body armor of a military personnel because it can prevent the passage of bullet. So that kind of tensile strength it is having. So these are some of the notable properties of graphene. So based on these properties, it finds its extensive application in the field of science and day-to-day life. Let us see the applications now. The applications of graphene includes solar cells, light emitting diodes, touch panels, and smart windows or mobile phones. So these application is due to its flexible conducting properties. The graphene are being extensively used in mobile phones. In the field of mobile technology, graphene applications could be varied and touched everything from transparent flexible screens to next generation batteries which could last much longer and charge faster than any current technology through durable phone casings and extremely powerful processors. So graphene is extensively used in most of the electronic field. It is used in solar cells, light emitting diodes, touch panels and your mobile phones. Almost all components are generally made with the help of graphene materials. Graphene has also been used in the other fundamental electronic devices such as capacitors and field effect transistors. The other application is functionalized graphene holds exceptional promise for biological and chemical sensors. Functionalized graphene means the graphene or the carbon atoms in the graphene are attached with the some functional groups at their edged carbon atoms so that their properties being changed, and the change in property is well utilized as a sensor in the field of biological science and chemical sciences. Graphene supercapacitors serve a energy storage alternative to traditional batteries. Among advantages are fast charging, long lifespan and environmentally friendly production. As I said, it is used in mobile phones for fast charging and long lifespan. Mobile batteries, in mobile batteries it is used. So these are the some notable applications of graphene. Now we shall discuss the last nanoscale material in the syllabus, that is carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes are cylindrical tubes with the central hollow core formed by rolling up of graphene sheets. So far we have discussed about the graphene sheets and its structural arrangement. The same graphene sheet, if you roll it to become a tube-like structure and hollow at the core as shown in this figure. Such material is called as carbon nanotubes. It is also allotrope of carbon, contains only carbon atom. That is, it is nothing but the graphene and rolled into a tube-like structure. That is why it is called as carbon nanotubes. The ends are capped by hemisphere of fullerene sheets. So look at the figure 2. The ends of, when you roll the graphene sheet, it become a tube or pipe-like material. Just imagine the pipe or your PVC pipe, or electrical pipe or the water pipes. So it is just like pipe-like material, and the end of the pipe can be capped by using hemisphere of the graphene sheets as shown in this figure. The diameter of carbon nanotubes, it is in the range of about 1 to 50 nanometer, and the length can go up to few micrometers. Generally, the carbon nanotubes is a one-dimensional material like a nanowire, but with the length to width ratio greater than 1000. That is, length to width ratio means it can be calculated by dividing the length of the material by its width. When compared to diamond, which is having the highest length to width ratio. So this is about the introduction of carbon nanotubes. In simple, you can remember it as the graphene sheet is rolled into tube-like material that is called as carbon nanotubes. Generally, carbon nanotubes are of two types. One is single-walled carbon nanotubes SWCNTS and multi-walled carbon nanotubes MWCNTS. Single-walled carbon nanotubes are formed by rolling a single graphene layer whose diameter is around 1 to 2 nanometer. As shown in the figure 1, a single graphene sheet is rolled into tube-like material and hollow at the core is called as single-walled carbon nanotubes. Whereas multi-walled carbon nanotubes is made by rolling multiple layers of graphene sheets arranged in concentric cylindrical form is called as multi-walled carbon nanotubes. Look at the figure 2. Number of graphene sheets may be more than 2, 3, 4 depending upon the requirement. Number of graphene sheets and rolled into nanotubes and which are concentric cylindrical form. So such nanotubes are called as multi-walled carbon nanotubes. Multi-walled means more walled. Single-walled means only one walled of carbon nanotube. Multi-walled carbon nanotubes are 2 to 25 nanometer in diameter. The open ends are closed with the fullerene caps as we discussed earlier. The ends of the carbon nanotubes, if required, can be capped by using fullerene hemisphere. So this is about the carbon nanotubes. So with this introduction, we can discuss the properties and applications of carbon nanotubes. Now let us discuss the properties and applications of carbon nanotubes simultaneously. It involves both single-walled carbon nanotubes and multi-walled carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes exhibit high electrical and thermal conductivity. They have low density and very high mechanical strength. Due to these properties, they are used as electrode material for lithium-ion rechargeable batteries. So that is currently we are using more of lithium-ion batteries. In that lithium-ion batteries, the electrodes are made by using carbon nanotubes because of its properties such as electrical thermal conductivity and low density and high mechanical strength. Because of these properties, it finds its application as an electrode material in case of rechargeable batteries. Carbon nanotubes can emit electrons when subjected to high electric field. Because of this property, they are used in the field of emission X-ray tubes. Similarly, the carbon nanotubes are about 20 times stronger than steel and hence find application in making automobiles and aircraft body parts. See this application and property, it is 20 times stronger than the steel. That is why I said in this case of graphene. Graphene is also much more stronger than the steel. In the same way, carbon nanotubes becomes still much more stronger than steel. Because of this property, it finds application in automobile parts. Your vehicle parts, car parts or bike parts are made from these carbon nanotubes. Similarly, aircraft body parts are also made from carbon nanotubes. May not be the all, but some body parts are being made by using carbon nanotubes. The single-walled carbon nanotubes absorb radiation in the near IR range, say around 700 to 1100 nanometer, and convert it to heat. This property is used in cancer chemotherapy to selectively kill cancer cells without affecting nearby healthy tissues. That is, the single-walled carbon nanotubes finds its application in biological science as well. Because of its absorption in the near IR range and converts it into heat, it can be used to kill the cancer cell in chemotherapy. Generally what happens, cancer cells, these are the mutated cells in the body which are harming to the body. So in the treatment of cancer or in chemotherapy, generally the normal cells may also affected by the treatment. In such cases, if we use single-walled carbon nanotubes, they are capable of selectively kill the cancer cells without affecting the nearby healthy cells or tissues. So these are some of the notable properties and applications of carbon nanotubes. With this, this module, fifth module, instrumental method of analysis and nanomaterials completes, and hence the syllabus. So wish you all the best for your studies. Thank you.